Tariffs and trade issues with China are at the core of investors' concerns. President Trump sees the penalties as a key negotiating tool. But so far, all China has done is retaliate. Top economists tell CBN News they have proposed a resolution. And as Ben Kennedy reports, they hope the president will consider it.
President Trump said the U.S. lost billions of dollars due to unfair trade last year. But analysts, including one of his former economic advisors, say this idea would solve the trade turmoil without further tariffs.
I don't know if he's going to do it. I know that article landed on his desk, and I know he's considering it.
Economist Stephen Moore's proposal aims to create a level playing field.
You offer these countries, we'll go to zero tariff if you will.
The zero-for-zero offer would drop all tariffs, barriers, and subsidies between the U.S. and its allies. What kind of impact will this have on the average American? Will the goods go down, the prices?
Yeah, of course they will, because tariff is a tax, and so if we can get the tariffs down to zero, that means not only will goods and services cost less here when we go to Walmart or we go to Best Buy or wherever it might be, and that's a good thing for American consumers, but it also means think about the jobs this would create.
But not every country is willing to talk free and fair trade.
China's market distortions and the way they deal cannot be tolerated.
Moore's recommendation comes during an ongoing back and forth between the U.S. and China on trade. Trump first slapped tariffs of $250 billion of Chinese imports. Beijing responded with penalties on $60 billion of U.S. products.
You want to talk about countries that don't play by the rules. China cheats, they steal, they're building up their military, they make it almost impossible for American businesses to do business over there in China.
So China will be no doubt the biggest challenge.
No doubt, there's no doubt about that.
The Council of Economic Advisors reports the average American tariff is 3.5%. Average EU rate is 5%, while China's rate is double at 10%. Moore says by offering zero tariffs, it allows America to take the high ground and even gain a stronger negotiating position with China to end some of Beijing's most abusive trade policies. Now, Steve, all this sounds great. Zero for zero, more jobs, the economy would improve. Why isn't it so easy for countries to get on board?
Because these other countries don't want to do it. I mean, so these countries like to lecture us and stuff, but when it comes right down to it, a lot of these countries have protectionist impulses, and they don't want to open up their markets to us.
Moore tells me Great Britain would be the best country to offer this zero-for-zero deal, but they first need to exit the European Union. In July, Trump and EU President Jean-Claude Juncker agreed the U.S. and EU would work towards zero tariffs, zero non-tariff barriers, and even zero subsidies on non-auto industrial goods. Now the challenge will be extending that to all products. Ben Kennedy, CBN News, the White House.